What's going on, YouTube? My name is Warren. Warren G is actually what most people call me. I'm creating this page. This is the first video I'm doing. I'm creating this page to help people who want to get into firearms not make some of the mistakes that I made when I got into firearms. As you probably saw from the title of the video, these are a few of the guns that I regret buying because I keep it 100 with you. I was being cheap. Your boy was just being cheap. That's all it was. There ain't even no way around it. I was being cheap, not having a full understanding. So let me preface this by saying I am not law enforcement. I am not prior military. I'm not that technical, maybe a little cool, just a little. But I'm not any of those gun things. I was one of those people who, when COVID kicked off, I bought my first gun to protect my family, because what I am is a girl dad, a man of God. I'm a corporate guy. I wear suits most of the time. I'm a podcaster. I literally have a podcast that helps people learn financial literacy and saves money. Shameless plug, the Young Millionaire in Training podcast. Go check it out. But now I actually want to bring some of that knowledge into my hobby, because guns has actually become my hobby as I kind of forayed into it. So my goal here is to help people who were like me, who weren't anti-gun, because if you asked me, I would have told you I wasn't anti-gun, but I would say things like, well, why would anybody buy AR-15? But now I know exactly why you would buy AR-15. However, in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get into the guns. I'm actually going to do it in order of how I bought the guns, because I actually think that'll be really relevant to explaining why I did so. First one up here, the Taurus G2C. And of course, all the guns are empty and clear here. Yeah, got a little naked holster up there. Yeah, one of the first purchases that I had. So this one, I bought this gun here March of 2020, at the beginning of the COVID kickoff. Jesus. And I guess you see exactly why I was mad at buying this gun. Smug locked up on me. See, I did not plan this for the video. This is why. This was like $250, maybe $300 gun at the time. Look at that. Look at that. It locked up on. Y'all saw it on camera live. I didn't do that on purpose, okay? I did not do that on purpose. This is literally what I'm talking about. So when I went and got this gun, see, I don't even want to finish the video now. When I went and got the gun, I went in the gun store. So crazy. So I live here in Texas, okay? I'm in Texas. And I go into this store. Keep in mind, this is like very, we'll call it liberal me. I go into the store to get this gun, but I walk in, I Google gun storage close to me. I end up walking to this gun. First thing I see is a Confederate flag in the back of the gun store. But now I done walked in here, so I'm scared. And super nice guy though, super nice guy. And that's something that you will find in the gun community. The online gun community can be a little bit toxic sometimes. However, the actual gun community, when you get out into the community, there's some really great people. But he looks stereotypical flag, you know, long white beard, you know. I was a little nervous, and I was like, here I am, black guy going to ask this man to buy a gun. I was like, he's not gonna want to sell a gun. But he still informed me a whole lot. He ended up pushing me to this one. And I say pushing, I still decided on it because he offered up some other stuff. But this is really bothering me that this won't. This is crazy. This is literally the reason that I'm talking about. There you go. There you go. Okay. Why you don't always go for the cheapest thing. You saw how I just locked up and then all of a sudden just loosened up. That's crazy, dog. That is crazy. Anyway, so point being, he was a cool guy. This gun was like $300. Now, as you see, it's had some problems. It's had some reliability problems for me. I don't trust it with my life. And yes, I bought a $300 gun, but I just bought something that was cheap. I didn't care about how it felt. You know, I said things like, well, it's a gun, ain't it? Yeah, the guns shoot, don't they? Yeah, but there's more to it than just what shoots, okay? So this one, I guess I don't even really have to say much about it. Yes, I bought a threaded barrel for it. Don't even know why. It was just as I was getting no guns. So one thing important about this one, on this G2C, and I go over these a little more if you want. Just drop it down in the comments if you want me to ever discuss any of these guns more in depth. It had a safety on it. So the very first gun I bought had a safety on it. So while he got me, I had an infant daughter, so I was super concerned about safety because I'm a girl dad. So that was super important to me during that time frame. Okay, so the next gun up here is the Smith & Wesson SD9. Once again, we are clear. You know, make sure we always safe here. So this one key thing here, you see it does not have a safety on it. Although I hate that I bought this gun, because this trigger on this gun, like I said, we clear. This trigger on this gun is like 150 pounds or something crazy like that. It still was the reason why I jumped into guns so heavily. So after I bought the Taurus that I showed you in the first one, I happened to notice that this one did not have a safety on it. This gun did not have a safety on it. So because it didn't have a safety on it, I thought that it had one, and I just didn't understand how to find it. So that sent me down a super rabbit hole about guns. So although I hate that I bought this gun, because I hate the trigger, I don't like the grip. See, I got the Talon grips on it because the grip was trash. I don't like any of that. I don't like anything about this gun at all. The sights are actually okay. Can you see that? The sights are actually okay. But other than that, I don't like it. It's not optic rich. Like, there's nothing about this gun that I like per se, other than it's a gun. But once again, it was a cheap gun. It was more expensive than the Taurus, but it was still a cheap gun. So it's nay on this one. But I still owe this gun to leading me deep down into the gun world. Next one I bought. Once again, we are clear on this firearm. Next one I bought, as you probably can tell by the color, I bought this one for the wife. Because now that I knew that my wife needed a gun, or that I got into guns, because I was deep down in there now, I had to find something. But this is another thing that I learned. This was not a because I was cheap purchase. This was a it's good for females purpose. I got it Cerakote. It did not come in this color. So if you're looking for it, you're probably not going to find this one. I got it colored like this to make it more attractive for her to carry. FYI, it did not work. Anyway, she still didn't want to carry it. But the reason why, because it didn't even feel good to her. It didn't fit her hands well. It didn't do any of that. She didn't like shooting it. She didn't like carrying it. It's also chambered in 380. That's important. The first two were 9mm. I also realized I didn't say that. But this one is chambered in 380. It's an easy. See, slide is super simple. Magazine, super simple to load. Super easy to load there. When you're putting rounds into the gun. Grip safety, manual safety on it. So it was a great gun, you know, chamber indicator there for when you have a round in the chamber. It was a great gun, ideally, but it didn't fit my wife, so it just ended up being a waste of money. It didn't accomplish anything, didn't do anything, but just waste of money. I would have done better to have let her go on and choose the correct gun for her, which she later did. We'll probably talk about that at some point. But I just wasted money. Like right now, from just what I showed you between this and the first two, we're already at $1,000. I could have actually just bought one decent gun and got it fully decked out at that point. And that's what I'm referring to when I'm saying about you're losing money. It's not a bad gun. This one is not a bad gun. Yes, this is my Canik, the Canik TP9 SC. Once again, we are clear. No rounds in the chamber here. This is actually not a bad gun. I'm not gonna lie with you. I love Caniks. I'm not gonna hold you. I love Caniks. The reason why I do not like this gun, I actually call it midget booty. So I bought this as a carry gun on the suggestion of someone else. The problem with it as a carry gun is it's not comfortable to carry. And you will find out really quickly when you get ready to carry, if it's not comfortable, chances are you're not going to carry it. So you need to make sure you get a good holster, make sure that you get something that fits you and that's good to shoot and feels good to you and is good for your body size. So for reference, I'm 5'7", 180 pounds, okay? Yes, dad bod, but I still, I'm still scrap now. Don't let the size fool you, okay? But I say that to say, like, you see guys on YouTube or internet or wherever you see them at, they were like, I carry a full-size Glock 17. And I was like, yeah, I don't have enough body for that, dog. Yeah, I'm not built that way. I carry a P365 XL now, so I'd go over that one video about my EDC. However, with this one, it's not that fun to shoot because it's a subcompact. Meaning you have your full-size, compact, subcompact, even though I think it's more of a compact. It's not super fun to shoot, but I like it. It's a good shooter. It's just not as fun as the other Canics, which is why I actually got it Cerakoted. I got it Cerakoted trying to make me like it more, which I do enjoy the Cerakote job. I'm not gonna lie to you. However, no, shouldn't have spent my money. Once again, this is another probably, at the time I bought it, maybe $400 out. So right now I'm at about $1,400 in guns that I bought that I didn't even want or don't even really want anymore. I still shoot them because I think you should be proficient, but if I was going back, I would not have bought these. And I know y'all gonna think I'm picking on Canik. Another Canik on the list. So very clear, as you see. This is the TP9 SF. Great gun, great shooter. This was when I wanted a better full-size gun after I had got into the Smith & Wesson. The problem with this gun here is I admittedly did have a couple of reliability issues on it, but after I broke it in, it was fine. However, I bought it more so under the standpoint of I was between the TP9 SF and the TP9 SF Elite, which I love that gun. Happy I bought that one. The problem with this one was no front serrations. I was learning how to press check at the time. Not optic ready. I really like optics. I talk about those on the gun. Almost every other firearm that I have now has an optic of some sort on it or a red dot of some sort. This one is not a bad gun. I just don't really have a place for it once I actually learned what I liked. So it's not a bad gun. I just should not have wasted the money. I think this was like $350, maybe $400. So are we at $1,800 now? Of guns that I just probably should not have purchased. It's not a bad gun. It is not a bad gun. If you bought this, you would be super happy with it. Got that chamber indicator. I think they're great for beginners, which is why I like the TP9 Elite. If you asked me a gun to look at as a first-time gun buyer, that TP9 Elite, if I was going back, that would have been the gun that I would have bought first, if all things considered, on that. Let me see here. But trigger, this Canik trigger was super nice, bro. Just look at that. See, look at that take up. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's do it this way. Look at that take up. The wall. Right through it. Reset right there. These triggers are super great, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. So not a bad gun. It's just there was a better alternative that I should have went with. Even right down to the trash sights that are on it. Just got the regular. It's got a blacked out rear, white dot front sight, very basic. All right, now let's get into the long guns that I say I probably, if I was going back, would not have bought. So this is actually a magazine fed. I don't even have the magazine here, but a magazine fed shotgun. Just for record, you see it's clear. The TriStar KRX 12 gauge. It's not a bad gun at all. Nothing I can say bad about this gun. It was just I bought it at a time when I shouldn't have bought it, not having full understanding of shotguns, not having full understanding of guns. This was actually the very second gun, or the third gun that I bought. I bought this the day before the election of 2020 because I was scared. I was like, bro, I don't know if Trump gonna win. I don't know if Biden gonna win. I just know people gonna be mad either way. and I don't know what's gonna happen. And I actually went in the store looking for an AR. Once again, being cheap, I did not want to pay AR prices, you know, because they were $800-900. Granted, I would probably jump at that nowadays. Granted, I wouldn't. I would spend more anyway. And I came out with this because it had AR controls. So he suggested this to me. It was like $500. Wasted money because, let me see, where we at now? About $2,300. Wasted money. Put the Romeo 5 optic on it. Another cheap optic. It's not a bad optic. I just, you know, cheap gun, cheap optic. Well, it's not really a cheap gun. It's expensive for a shotgun, depending on what kind you're looking at. But I really like that Benelli M4. But nothing wrong with this one. I went in the store to buy something, so I came out with something. Should not have probably bought this. I don't even shoot it that often. Just on the strength of a lot of ranges, like indoor ranges especially, will only let you shoot slugs, and some of them won't even let you shoot shotguns at all. I was not aware of that when I bought this. Had I been, probably wouldn't have bought it. So it's not a bad gun. But like I said, you're looking at, where we at, $2,300 or so. My very first AR-15. You actually probably seen this in a short. Now this is why this one is last, because I'm not 1,000,000,000% hurt that I bought this. Going back now, I would not have bought this. However, I'm not mad that I still have it. Some of them other ones I'm mad I even still got them. Think about selling them all the time. This one not so much. My poverty pony is on the Anderson lower. So if you're a new gun owner, I'm not going to stay away from the poverty ponies, but stay away from the poverty ponies. But it's not a bad gun. Like I said, I run this LPVO. This is a budget LPVO. If you want a video on that, I definitely give you one on that. Got a whole bunch of rounds through it. It's been reliable. Even put an O light on it. No, it's not going to explode. I hope. But it's not a bad gun. It's just, I started out with a real budget AR because I didn't fully understand ARs. And as you will see throughout the channel, I'm buy once, cry once. Just actually do your research. And when I say research, it doesn't, is this a good gun? Because you will find inevitably somebody that says yes. Actually go through, read Reddit, read YouTube, read Facebook groups, go to the range, ask people their experiences with them, take classes. And that's really what it is. Take a class and go to a range where you can rent as many of these guns as possible and shoot them. Granted, you're not even going to know, because that's how I ended up with some of those guns. I didn't even know what I wanted initially. But if you actually go through, shoot them, you will find out you like triggers, you like the grip, you like the way this one doesn't recoil that much. You will find all those different things. Fortunately, I had people that helped me along the way. I took classes, all those different things throughout. However, these are all the guns that I shouldn't have bought. This one, and I initially bought it for like $750 with everything I put into it. I'm probably 1,500 in now, maybe. No, way more than 1,500. Because that was 3. Man, I'm probably new bolt. I'm probably 1,800 in. We're at 23. We call it 1,700, make it easy. So I spent about $4K on guns that I don't even want no more. I spent about $4,000 on guns that I don't even want anymore. But it was a learning experience. So in my mind, I paid for training, okay? I just paid for training. It was some expensive training. So somebody say you ain't trained. I took $4,000 worth of handguns not to buy training. 101 and 102 and 103, 4, 5. Anyway, point being, yeah, I'm about 4 bands in. But ultimately, even looking back, it was worth it. It was an experience. I learned. The important thing is, I'm not even saying buy the most expensive gun out there, because this wasn't always just about price. It was about buy what fits you. Make sure you stay within your budget. If you need help budgeting, of course, call me. Stay within your budget. Understand who you are. Understand what you like. And buy once, cry once. Doesn't matter. It may seem a little expensive, but get what you really want. Granted, now you need a gun, okay? You need a firearm. Make sure you protect yourself. Or if you feel like you need a gun, I feel like you need one. But if you feel like you need a gun and you can legally own one, pick what you can afford. But do your best to try to get it forward. Stay away from that as good enough. Stay away from that. This is your life that's on the line, okay? So until next time, I'm your man Warren. I'll holler at you, okay? Peace.